Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Auburn Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Bulldogs head coach pregame. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Holly. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Mississippi State's offense will have the football first. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He sliced through defenders last time out, more than 200 yards, and scored 3 times in their victory. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the left side. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Uh-oh, look out. He's past the marker. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that, to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Finds the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
Nowhere to go with the football that time. Great job by the defense watching the QB's eyes. And how about tackling the catch? He wasn't able to throw it deep down the field, but as soon as the guy made the snag, down he went.
And, guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. The Tigers offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively,
and the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
it's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Second down, gonna throw it. With the catch, it's open. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. the rush will get to him at the 25.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Trying to make one miss. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play.
Going deep. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This offense starts deep in a hole. They'll run it. Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Got it in the middle. It's Stokes. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Powers inside. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in. He's got great speed. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Looking downfield, it's Burke. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his target. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. The Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, it's Crosby. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Now they'll run the draw. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Holds on, it's open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Sells the run, looking to pass. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Snap in the shotgun. They're all over him. Fires downfield. Finds his man open. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Auburn! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Mississippi State sideline. There is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, pressure's coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll just down it right there. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Long way to go on 2nd down. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Turns it upfield. He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Searching for space. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They take over down 7-0 and trying to get even on this drive. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. From the gun, turning it on. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quick give. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Mississippi State going up tempo. Plows his way ahead. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping him off balance with that play call.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Look out! Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Working the ground game. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Just feeds the running back. He's there to make the stop.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Dropping back, it's Burke. Fires quickly. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Rolls right. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Pulls it in down the middle. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Fresh set of downs going up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's open. Second down coming up. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Line getting set on second down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Finds us back in the middle. Auburn calls its second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll turn to the jet sweep to try to convert. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Burke. He'll pull it down and run. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses. Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Push is ahead. He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the wideout. Second down, gonna throw it. Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Bulldogs take their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Looking downfield, it's Burke. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Tells to fake. Rushes on. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Makes the grab. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Wisconsin in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in with the Tigers head coach. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. That's reeled in, it's Stokes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Quarterback will keep it.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Reels it in. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. And the Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Rush right in his face. Had to throw it before he wanted.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Snagged in the middle. It's Stokes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They're going to run it to the right. There he goes. Out of bounds right at the 10-yard line as they are threatening to score.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Auburn. A great catch and run for 6. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. He's changing the play. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Selling the fake. Moves to his right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his man. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Makes the grab on the left. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. 2nd and long here. On play action. Under pressure. Firing to the right, complete. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Back to pass, it's Burke. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll be stopped short of the 40, right at the 41, and this interception has given them a great opportunity. So here comes the Auburn offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Caught over the middle. It's Stokes. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right side, it's Stokes. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Hits the accelerator to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick six certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. Yeah, exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Tigers sideline, the offense is getting ready to take the field right now, but they have been patting the defense on the back, patting guys on the helmet, saying, get that ball back for us. We are going to make them pay. This defense has kept their offense right in it. There's a ton of chemistry and excitement down here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Burrowing for yardage. Inside the 25. Oh, he's got some space. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football. They're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
They'll run it. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Right back to the well. He'll be dropped.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Looking downfield, it's Burke. Throws to the tight end. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. This time they'll throw it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Got his man on the right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Out wide left, it's Crosby. Makes a grab and room to run. The 30. At the 20. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. To the air. It's Burke. Here comes the heat. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Looking to throw. It's complete to the right. He's into the end zone, and we've got a 1-possession game in the 4th quarter. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Snags it quickly on the left. Turning it on. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Sends it back in motion. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Between the hashes, it's open. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. The give as they work on that clock.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Trying to do it himself. Got the first down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for running room. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Oh, look out. The ball's free. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back. They recovered their own fumble, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes it on the run. Makes the grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And, man, that has to be frustrating for this defense. You give up a big play. What do you want the secondary to do? Man, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback at some point. And he kept going. He kept having time to go through.
Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point splits the uprights and the lead balloons to 15. Just put a little bit of distance in this game and try to put it on ice.
And the defense just trying to fight to stay in the ball game. That should be the final blow. No more hope, but good fight to the end.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Burke. Out of the backfield, he's open. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Off play action on 1st down. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the tight end. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Making the adjustment on the play. Drops back on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that will feel like you can run in your sleep.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. So the game will continue for at least 1 more play as the penalty gives the offense an untimed down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. Missed opportunity with the field goal, and the deficit is still 15. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. you're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season,